This is the third part we're going to make, and to me this looks like a 2 by 9 rectangular prism by 6 units high with this L shape slapped on the front. And that's the way I'm going to make this part, by what you could call additive extrusion. So I'm going to make this flat part back here, and then I'm going to add this part here. So it's kind of like the opposite of subtractive method. Of course, I could use the subtractive method and just remove these areas here, but let's do something a little different. So let's go and begin with Inventure here. So I'm going to make a new part and create a sketch on the XY plane. Now that back slab is 9 wide by 6 high. So I'm going to click here to make a coincident constraint for the lower left corner at the origin. Pop screen that tells me that's the case. Click and pull out into the first quadrant, and the width is going to be 9 times 0.125 tab 6 times 0.125 tab. Looks pretty good. Enter. Right click OK. Fully constrained. Let's go to the big green check mark to finish the sketch, and extrude in the other direction 2 units, 2 times 0.125. Okay, so that is this back part over here. Now I'm going to make this L shape, and let's start doing that. And to do that, I'm going to make a sketch on the front face, and it turns out it's often useful to project the geometry of all the edges onto your sketch plane. And you do that by clicking the Project Geometry button up here on the Create panel and just clicking those lines that form the perimeter. Right click OK, and the yellow indicates that those lines are projected onto the plane and I can use them. So how do I want to use them? Well, this is a bunch of rectangles again. So in the upper left corner I have a 4 by 3 rectangle that goes a distance 2 units in, and that's the same for the other extrusion I'm going to do. So again, I'm going to make both pieces on the same sketch, both areas to extrude on the same sketch, and the width here is 4 times 0.125 tab 3 times 0.125 tab. Looks good. Enter. Right click OK. Okay, let's go back, and now if you'll look at the picture, you'll see that I need to make a rectangle up here, and its width is 2 units, so 2 times 0.125 tab, and that's all the way up to the top, which is 6 times 0.125. I tab back, and I think, is that okay? No, I think I made a mistake there. So the width, which is highlighted right now, is okay, but I think this one I made a mistake. This is 6 times 0.125. There we go, much better. Right click OK. I'm fully constrained. I'm going to finish this sketch, and now I'm going to extrude here and here in the other direction, and that distance happens to be 2 units, which is already populated in the box here. And actually I don't want to go inward, do I? I want to go outward. And actually I'm getting ahead of myself here, so I made a mistake here. So I don't want to do those features, so let's undo that, and I want to show you a way to do that. So everything that you see here in terms of sketching is on Sketch 2. We'll learn that the browser over here at the left is extremely valuable. It's like a scalpel that allows us to go in and modify our part. So I got ahead of myself, and to do an additive piece in the front here, this is not going to work. So what I'm going to do is right click in the browser on Sketch 2 and just delete it. I'm going to click here, and now I need to draw that L rather than the parts that aren't the L. So my mistake there. So let's go ahead and use the line tool. So I'm going to click here, come over, and that area, that L is 7 units, so 7 times 0.125, tab, and left click, and we're going to come up here, and that height is all the way to the top, which is 6 times 0.125, enter. And if we come over here, it is 3 units wide. Yeah, 3 times 0.125. And it comes down, how many units? 3 units as well. 3 times 0.125. And let's see, yeah, enter. Oh, that was a mistake. Control Z. Let's just right click OK and undo that last step. Let's pick it up with the line tool, making sure we pop green here for coincident constraint. We're going to go straight down. 3 units, 3 times 0.125. Enter. Back over here, and that is 4 units, 4 times 0.125. Enter. And finally we're going to come back home and close the loop. Left click, right click, OK. And let's see if that works. So I'm going to extrude this area. Yeah, okay, I can come out, and that's 2 units, which is already populated, so I think that is now the correct part. So let me save that as Isometric3 underscore 3 underscore last name first name. So I'm going to save that, and let's take a look at the volume of that part. Physical tab, update 0.328 cubic inches. So you can check your work against that value. Thanks for watching.